Okay, your memory is about as horrible as mine. Alright, let's do
Alright,
this.
Yeah.
welcome to the grand final of our friendly post-Turkey Day tournament. This is Turkey Bowl for us, and over here it's going to be VGAnfield spawning as the blue Protoss player. His opponent is going to be spawning in the other side of this bottom half of the map on Akrus Plateau. LunatonePkM is his name, our red Protoss player. We're seeing a PvP in our finals.
It looks like LunatonePkM is going to start off exactly the same way he did with me, with a possible Proxy 2 gate. He's sending his probe out already, so it's most likely going to be either a Cannon Rush or Proxy 2 gate coming up.
This is why I don't like being in spectator chat. It just floods with crap. Anyways, there's the scout from LunatonePkM. He's gonna be building proxy gateways.
Oh,
Right in his face?
I don't know how he saw that.
What the?
I don't know.
Okay, hold on. Is he literally just doing a 50-50 gamble?
I think
guess
so.
that's what it is. Either Lunatone is the luckiest man alive, or
He's stream cheating.
stream cheating. I don't think Lunatone is stream cheating though. I think it's just a 50-50 gamble because he did say that he isn't feeling confident right now because he hasn't been active on the ladder. He does not scout that.
And
Of course.
Field is gonna be scooting out, and he's actually scouting the wrong corner. And these two gateways inside his main. A solid CIAS EP Paramedico. He's I don't know. Are they playing for something? $5, I think.
Oh, it does get scouted.
And it does get scouted, but there's two gateways here. The proper response is a forge.
But it looks like Anfield's gonna be throwing out his second gateway himself. It's gonna come down to a really, really good micro by Anfield to hold off this 2 gate from Lunatone right here.
Trust me, he should have gone forge.
Yeah, he should have.
He's going 3 gateway. I don't know. I
Oh,
don't agree with this at
cancel
all.
that.
I don't like how Anfield is responding to this. He's just not going to have the Zealot count. LunatonePkM, his first Zealot is finishing up right now. He's chrono boosting his other Zealot as well. And there's a third gateway, but Anfield, this is not the correct response. Maybe he hasn't seen this in a while.
He's going for the you have 2 gateways, I'll make 3 approach, and I don't know if that's the correct
That
response
is the
for
wrong
Proxy 2 gate.
response. Because your third gateway is going to come up late. He's not going to have the strong production, and his Zealots are
Oh,
gonna
good
go
surround.
every
The Zealot does manage to get through though, so the 2 Zealots are still alive.
3 Zealots out, and I don't know. I
I don't know. Anfield's doing a pretty good job, but he's losing probes here.
The 2 Zealots, the 2 original Zealots from Lunatone are still alive, and they have not been taken down by VGAnfield. 1 kill and 3 kill apiece. The 3rd Zealot is out for each player. The 3rd Zealot for Lunatone isn't really doing as much damage as I would like. Aiming for the probes, that's a good response.
And the 2 Zealots inside of Anfield's mineral line doing plenty of damage. And Lunatone continuing to chrono boost out Zealots. He's trying to keep his Zealots alive for as long as possible. Anfield, let's take a look at the units tab. It's just 8 probes remaining. LunatonePkM has done plenty of economic damage. He's bringing new Zealots into the fray right now, microing back his Zealots right now, and a 3rd Zealot another Zealot popping out for Anfield, and he's going to be able to come over here and soon pick off these 2 gateways. Another 2 Zealots popping out for Lunatone, and he's going to need to begin building things back at home.
Really good job by Anfield microing. I'm actually really surprised he's still in the game right now. He does have a Zealot advantage right now, and his food supply isn't even too far behind Lunatone's.
Yeah,
I would like to see a Cyber Core being put down, and of course, right as I say it, Lunatone does put down a Cyber Core. Anfield still operating off 3 gateways, no gas on the way anytime soon, not even a simulator being built, and no Cyber Core.
he's still chrono boosting out Zealots right now, and LunatonePkM is going to have that tech advantage real soon. He's just going to need to rebuild his gateways, which is an easy thing to do, especially if you've done this much economic damage. He's going to be pulling back with that Zealot with only 11 HP. The Zealot chase is going on all over the place. 1 Zealot for LunatonePkM does return back home. He's going to be able to start his Warp Gate tech in just a second.
I think he's actually aiming more for the Stalkers than the Warp Gate type because Anfield is still operating on Zealots alone, and he put down the Cyber Core, but his assimilator is not down, so he's not going to have Stalkers anytime soon. Anfield is trying to get Zealots on the way to Lunatone's base, but at this point it's kind of too late. The 3 gateways, as you said, aren't really being used to full production. In fact, there's no Zealots on the way right now because he just can't afford it.
And we do have a Stalker being produced right now by LunatonePkM, so LunatonePkM is going to be... What?
He got blocked. That was a nice aggro trick from Anfield. So we have...
No. Anyway, I was talking about the chat that came up, but...
okay,
to me, it's actually mildly distracting.
But like I was saying before, the Stalker is going to be coming out right now, which means he can endlessly kite all these Zealots right now. And with Zealot backup, the Stalker is going to be doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, it looks like that Stalker coming into the mineral line, and what Anfield may want to try to do is use the probes to surround that one Stalker, but he's actually letting that Stalker free to do whatever it needs to do, and Lunatone needs to pull that Stalker back. It's going to swing around the backside, and it looks like he's not microing that Stalker, and down it goes. He's still got these 2 gateways though, and his other Zealot has returned to the base of Anfield, and it's running around the backside, possibly to do some additional damage.
I have to give Anfield a lot of props for microing as well as he has been right now. I was not expecting him to be in this position after seeing it the 2 gate and him throwing out 3 gateways and losing about 100 minerals.
But don't count Lunatone out just yet, just because he has more Stalkers, and he's constantly just harassing the probe line, and Anfield's macro is definitely slipping.
Yeah, Lunatone has actually killed 14 workers in this game. It doesn't look that way because Anfield has been able to continuously produce those units, and I think this rush is finally over. Yeah, it's definitely finally over, and LunatonePkM, those 2 last Stalkers popping out, going to be trying to snipe down the last 2 Stalkers of Anfield. The probes are getting pulled off the line once again, and the Zealots doing good work on those 2 Stalkers, and more Stalkers being warped in now by Lunatone, and he's got he had 4 Stalkers for just a split second, and actually taking down the Stalkers of Anfield, and there's only 1 left. If he could get that, he could micro infinitely against these Zealots, but it looks like his micro is not quite enough. Both Stalkers falling at the exact same time. A Zealot and a Stalker being warped in over here for Lunatone. This is so close.
I just like to point out that Lunatone is currently banking at he was at 900, now 500, and he definitely could have been macroing a little bit better. But in terms of supply, Anfield is ahead now, but I don't know. Lunatone is still looking pretty good because he has gateways 2, 3, and 4 rebuilding, with the 5th one currently in Anfield's base, and I'd like to see Anfield research or upgrade his gateways into warp gates now.
Yeah, he needs to do that to be able to hold this off. If he actually upgraded that a
he
little
can
bit
actually.
Earlier,
He has warp gate
yeah,
technology.
I don't know why he's not
already,
doing
but
it though.
I think it's just because the micro required for holding off this push has been just so straining for him that he hasn't been doing it. But we have the gateways finishing. Lunatone currently has 5 gateways. The 5th one just started, but the 6th one actually in his base.
Yes.
I think Lunatone needs to stop warping in units inside Anfield's base, as Anfield has a huge army right now in comparison to Lunatone's.
Lunatone.
Lunatone should not GG out right
actually
now.
done and out of this.
Nope, it doesn't look like it, as Lunatone's warping in 3 more Stalkers at his base. I think he's only saying fail, as in he should have won that.
We just saw the proxy pylon. That was a good catch on Lunatone.
Yeah, Lunatone does have the production available here to be able to get out the units that he needs before Anfield gets across the field. And this game is actually stabilized. And we're going to be... Both players are mining out their main.
I don't know if Lunatone should have built the 5th gateway, because, like you said, they're mining out their main right now, and they can only support this gateway push for only so long.
Yeah, and I think Anfield is going to be going for his expansion right now. I think both players are going to stabilize and take a base off of 4 gateways. Rarely does this ever happen, so we're already in for a very funky PvP.
I don't believe that Lunatone is actually taking his expansion, because he's operating off 5 gateways.
I think he could have just not spent the money and made a Nexus and been completely fine, but he's going to be going for this push, and his push is actually going to be pretty strong because he has, well, 5 gateways, and essentially what he's going for is the 5 gate all in. And he has more probes.
Well, Anfield's been actually trying to tag. He's been exposed during expansion and got his Robo and Twilight.
And Lunatone running up here, the Zealots smashing right into those Stalkers. Does Anfield actually have enough? All the Zealots have fallen. Anfield may be forced to cancel this expansion in just a second. He's warping in additional Stalkers here. And Lunatone is going to be backing off onto the low ground. He doesn't have a proxy pylon, so he can't actually reinforce this. All he has here is what he needs to work with. He does take down these Stalkers. He's focused firing them right now. It is now 7 Stalkers for Lunatone to the 5 of Anfield. Is Lunatone actually going to bust in here? No, another warp-in does occur for Anfield, and Lunatone is going to be pushed back.
However, Lunatone's reinforcement just came back, so just arrived, yeah. So he's gonna be pushing up again, but there's a lot of Zealots
Anfield
here
is
for
going to get the first shot on every one of these engagements, and because the reinforcing is just a little bit better for Anfield, Lunatone is definitely going to be forced back. He's bringing more and more units over here. I think he just really wants to end this game.
Yeah, I don't know if getting Blink is the correct response right now, just because he has a robotics facility, and I would like to see Immortals. Immortals would be very good in this composition.
Lunatone Zealot's getting stuck in the back a little bit. He's target firing those Stalkers, but Anfield just has more stuff. But the Zealot's doing plenty of damage against those Stalkers of Anfield right now, and Lunatone is inside of Anfield's main right now. A couple additional Zealots being warped in, and Anfield being pushed back. He's got one very weakened Stalker there. If Lunatone could actually pick that off, that'd be a huge hit on Anfield's. And there's that single Stalker gonna get targeted down. 3 Stalkers versus 4. Zealot coming in here, continuing to try to smash those Zealots. I mean, those Stalkers. I'm getting all messed up here. And Anfield securing his main, but a huge warp in from Lunatone. Sentries and Zealots. Oh no. Lunatone actually ahead in the food count by a lot.
However, the difference is if Anfield holds his attack off, Lunatone is going to be has to GG, as his mineral count is down to about 100 or so minerals per patch.
Yeah, the Stalkers do have Blink, so they're going to be able to micro even more infinitely against these Zealots. Lunatone is going to need to bring in more units here. He has these proxy pylons now, but he's not able to warp in that much. Now getting Stalkers into the main. I think Anfield is actually done. Guardian Shield coming up.
Yeah, the supplies are definitely in Lunatone's favor at the moment, as Anfield has is at a measly 8, and there's the GG with Lunatone taking the series, or taking not the series, but taking the match 1-0 for an early lead.
So guys, we just saw a 20-minute long 4-gate.
Well, it started off with the proxy 2-gate.
Well, I mean, same thing.
Yeah,
Close
pretty much.
enough.
Yeah, pretty much. It ended up being a standard PvP.
And I actually accidentally didn't have my stream on for that. Whoops.
Nice. Nice. Alright, so I think Anfield said the next game. I don't know if that Tal'Darim was for. Yeah, it was weird that Lunatone just randomly proxied at the right location. That was a bit suspicious. I don't blame Anfield for just accusing Lunatone of basically stream cheating. That's what he's implying.
Well, I mean, the probe went straight to that location, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's no
so I can't
stream
blame-
cheating
I
going
can't
on,
blame
at least
Anfield.
that I can see.
Let's see.
Oh,
Sam.
we have two separate
lobbies. Yeah, we have 2 separate lobbies going on.
there.
Okay. Where's Anfield?
put ref. I don't like seeing spectator chat.
All right.
It distracts me.
I agree that. That flooded our screen, and I didn't like that at all. Is Danny still in this call?
Is he?
I don't know.
I don't know. Danny, are you there?
Hey.
Oh.
Hey, yeah, I'm still here. I'm actually watching a replay of Lunatone versus
You're
Anfield.
watching that one right now?
I'm watching the beginning part of it. I'm watching
I
the beginning
think,
part of it at least.
If Lunatone actually microed just a smidge better, he would have won that earlier. Because usually going 3-gate loses. Going 3-gate in response loses.
I don't know. This is really questionable whether Lunatone cheated or not.
I honestly think it was just a flip of the coin. He decided, hey, I'm gonna just go with the gamble.
I don't know.
With the gamble.
Okay.
No, just because from